Well, those pink slips just keep on coming. Almost 4,000 more public servants received affected notices, which is a possible setup to a pink slip. Joining me to discuss the impact of all this is Larry Rousseau. He's from the Public Service Alliance of Canada. He was there today when the announcements were made. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, I'm most intrigued about Parks Canada.
Yes.
Because they're kind of dear to my heart on these things. And yet you were saying there's 1,689 Parks Canada employees received affected notices, and 638 positions are going to be eliminated. This is just in time for tourist season. How will the public notice that when they visit the parks this year?
Well, how about when you drive up and you're going to expect people to explain to you the services that are available, the best trails to go to. You know, Lake Huron can be just beautiful and gorgeous, and you really want to know about, like, you know, the things to avoid, the things that you want to see as well, because the jewels are very often quite hidden, and you might not get that. You know, you'll get perhaps a brochure saying, here's the website, here's the information we want you to go look at, and that, but you know, that personal touch is definitely going out the window.
See, one thing we know for sure, parks attendance is dropping. In fact, they hired a consultant to find ways to increase that. It doesn't sound like they're going to make the parks any more attractive if they're cutting staff.
You know what? I just had a flash when you said that,
okay.
And the flash that I had was, why would you want Canada's public to stop going to the parks?
Okay, why would they?
And I all of a sudden started thinking about natural resources and the fact that we want to relax environmental regulations, and we want to do we want to get people away from the parks so that they won't see what's going on? It's a scary notion.
Conspiracy theory.
You know, I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist, but why would we want to reduce the number of Canadians going to see? We should be increasing not only the number of Canadians, but the number of tourists from around the world who want to see our wonders.
Tell me what else got hit today. What other departments, and what will they back be?
StatCan got 275 notices. Right? It's expected, but why? I mean, you know, it really makes you wonder, why are we reducing these services? Less surveys, less information about our population.
Long-form census?
Well, the long-form census is going to have recurring, problems, because we don't have that frame anymore. So all the post-census surveys are going down the drain. But you know, I think that when you're talking about frontline services to Canadians across the country, that's what people are going to start noticing, that what was there before all of a sudden isn't there anymore.
But we were promised that wouldn't be the case, that they would be the back office staff. The finance minister himself said that.
It's a budget about jobs and growth, yet we're cutting jobs, and even economists are saying with these kinds of cuts, you're really starting to attack growth as well.
So parliamentary budget officer
this government is saying one thing and they're doing another, and that's why the PSAC is just, we're doing what we can to counter these.
Okay, you got a convention this week here in Ottawa. What can you strategize about to, I assume, hammer home that message about what service you're going to see reduced? Because I think, frankly, I don't think the public is that sympathetic to the public servants per se, in the sense that they got good pensions and good pay and all that, and a lot of people don't. How do you get that message out that this is the service cut when you don't really know where these cuts are going to get hit?
The Canadian public is starting to equate public servants with public services, and that's the message that we've been really getting out there. It really is about the services. What is it that we do, whether it's food inspection, whether it's inspecting airliners and aircraft and making sure that shipping is safe, the borders, you know? People do this work. Our members do this work. That's what the Canadian public is waking up to. These are services that we depend on and that we need.
See any labor action, work stoppage, or protests?
Two fronts on that. We have committed activists in the workplace who are there to make sure that the employer respects the workforce adjustment appendix. So we're going to make sure that the government looks around before pushing people out the door. They have an obligation to make sure that there are jobs, whatever jobs are available, are going to our people. Now, also, on the political action front, yes, we are going to be out there, and we are going to be out there with messaging, creating alliances with our other unions, our other labor allies, etc., community groups. And tomorrow's May Day, you're going to see for the first time there's going to be a lot of people in the streets for May Day.
Okay, Larry Rousseau, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much, Don.